Hi there, Aaron Dunn here from the SMSF Academy. In this screencast, I'm going to share with you the release of our trustee minutes around an allocation from an investment reserve. We do see occasionally individuals wanting to both create and also look to credit amounts from an investment reserve. Of course, when we need to look at the allocation rules from a reserve, we do have the crediting requirements that sit within Regulation 291.25.01. So what we've got here is the requirements to comply with those crediting rules so that they don't count as a concessional contribution. And in essence, that allocation is to be made fair and reasonably to all members of the fund and be no greater than 5% of that member's account balance at the time of the allocation. So I'm just going to go through and prepare here a document to show you the outcome that we have in respect to. So we have Jack Smith here, and we'll add Jane Smith as his spouse, another trustee, the chairman, the meeting date that this is going to occur, and then the members that are going to receive this allocation. So in this instance, it's going to go to both Jack and to Jane as well, because we're going to do it fairly and reasonably to all of the members of the fund. So the other thing that we're going to capture in here is then in respect to the allocation itself. So the first bit here is we're looking at applying a crediting percentage. So we may be crediting, say, 4.99%, and we're choosing the year in which that allocation then is to be made to the members, and then simply look at the clause or rule in respect to that allocation as well. So we then, of course, as we do with all of our documents, have the ability to then review that information in here. And then as our gold and silver members, you would simply be able to generate this document as part of your membership. Otherwise, it's part of the on a pay-as-you-go basis for your bronze and free members. So I'm just going to submit this now. And what I'll do is just pause the recording here. It'll take just a couple of minutes to generate, and I'll go through and show you the completed document. Okay, so here we are now with our completed order. So I'm just going to go to download this document now, and you can see here we have the minutes being produced around the allocation. So we have specifically where we talk about the relevant rule or clause that talks about the operation of the investment reserve here, where in particular we're aligning with the deed to say that it's for the purposes of, say, smoothing investment returns amongst members' interests, or allocating investment returns to members as and when the law of course ordinarily allows. We then have the period of time in which the allocation is to be credited from that reserve, ensuring that the requirements comply with Reg 291.25.1 as we talked about. Otherwise, it would be deemed to be a concessional contribution for the purposes of Section 291.25 of the Income Tax Assessment Act. So therefore, we resolve to credit an amount out to one or more members at the specific rate. Of course, update the books and records of the fund to demonstrate that crediting. And as part of the maintenance of the investment reserve, we of course want to consider the ongoing appropriateness of the fund's circumstances, the controls and procedures that are in place to ensure that that reserve obviously remains for its intended purpose. Then, in addition to that, we have our notification to each of the members by the trustee in respect to that specific contribution as well. And that will produce the specific notifications based upon the number of members sitting inside the fund as well. So there you go. That's our new minute around the allocation from an investment reserve. If you do have any questions in respect to that topic, please feel free to reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to help. Thanks very much, and bye now.